Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on mechanics of machinery. In this video, we'll be discussing the complete details about the 4-bar mechanisms. So let's get into it. So previously we have discussed about the Kutzbach criteria to find out the degrees of freedoms of mechanism. So according to which degree of freedom of a planar mechanism is given by 3 into n minus 1 minus 2p1 minus 1p2, where P1 is giving you the number of pairs with 1 degree of freedom or lower pairs, or which are representing the binary joints, and P2 is the number of pairs with the 2 degree of freedom, which are known as higher pairs. So now we are considering a mechanism which is having lower pairs only, that is P1 only, and no higher pairs, means P2 value we are taking it as 0. And we are assuming that the mechanism that we are considering is having a single degree of freedom. So if you are substituting the left hand side degree of freedom as 1 and number of higher pairs P2 as 0, then you can modify this Kutzbach criteria, and then it will be looking like this. The degree of freedom for a planar mechanism will be coming degree of freedom equal to 1 I am substituting, and P2 equal to 0. Then this equation will be coming in this form, 3n equal to 2p1 plus 4. This equation is for a mechanism with the lower pairs only and having degree of freedom 1, and this equation is known as Grubler's criteria. So using this Grubler's criteria, we will be finding the minimum values of n and p1, which is whole numbers. So if you are looking, the lowest whole numbers values which are satisfying the values of n and p1 in the above equation will be n equal to 4 and p1 equal to 4, means it is having 4 number of links and all the pairs or joints formed is of lower pairs. So such a mechanism we will be calling as 4-bar chain, or such a kinematic chain formed will be known as 4-bar chain, which is having 4 number of links and all lower pairs. So this is the basic kinematic chain that you can form with having all lower pairs and having the minimum single degree of freedom. So we will be studying about this 4-bar chain and mechanisms in detail in this video. So here you can see a 4-bar chain, 4 number of links and all lower pairs which are turning pairs having area of contact, and we can convert this 4-bar chain into a mechanism by fixing at least one of the link. So if you are fixing one link, then you will be getting the 4-bar mechanism like this, and this is the fixed link. So now we will be looking for the different terminologies that are used for this 4-bar mechanism. So here I am denoting this as the fixed link. Then input motion will be given to this link, which will be known as input link, and output motion will be the modified motion and transmitted will be obtained at this link, which is known as output link. And there is a link which is connecting the input and output link, which is known as coupler. So coupler is the link which connects input and output link of a mechanism, or it is the link which is opposite to the fixed link for a 4-bar mechanism. So input, output, coupler and fixed link. And here there are another terminologies which is known as crank and rocker. So in a mechanism there will be defined movements, and any link which is undergoing a complete rotation is known as crank, and the other one which is undergoing a rotation within a limited angle. Here you can see this ring is rotating, this link is rotating in complete rotation, this which is known as crank, and the output link is having a rotation within certain angle, which is known as rocker. So this crank and rocker are standing for those. And here we will be defining some other angles which are also coming under this terminology. Here the angle between the fixed link is this one, fixed link and input will be known as theta, which is the input angle. Phi will be denoting the angle between input and coupler, and mu, which is known as transmission angle. This will be explained in detail at the end of this video, and this mu will be known as the angle between coupler and output, which is known as transmission angle. So next we will be seeing the what are toggle positions. So these are the positions where output or the rocker link is changing its direction of motion. So if you are seeing here, this left input link is having a complete rotational motion, which is known as crank, and the right one output link is a rocker because it is moving within a certain angle only. So for this rocker there is change of direction is happening. So if you are looking, this is the locus of motion of the endpoint of rocker, and one endpoint or one extreme is coming here, and from movement will be from left to right, extreme is reaching, and then it will be changing or reverting back to the other side. So at this point and at this point a change of direction is happening, and such positions are known as toggle positions. And for this mechanism which we have considered, which is a crank rocker mechanism, and you can obtain different mechanism, crank rocker, double crank, double rocker, using this 4 bar mechanism, and that will be depending upon the length of the all 4 links and also on the which link is fixed. And this one is known as inversion, that I have already explained in my some other videos. So here toggle positions will be occurring if you are looking. The input link and coupler is coming in line, means the angle between input and coupler is phi, which is equal to 180 degree. Then you will be getting a toggle position. And similarly again this coupler and the input link can come in line when this is rotating to this point. So input link will be coming here and coupler is along the same line, so that the angle between input and coupler is, which is phi, is becoming 0 degree. So in that case also you will be getting another toggle position. So these are the 2 toggle positions where the rocker is changing its direction of motion, and that is happening when the input and coupler is coming in line for 2 cases. And next we will be defining the another major important thing, which is transmission angle. Already mentioned, transmission angle is the angle between this coupler and the output link, which is denoted by mu. So what is the importance of this transmission angle, that we will be looking for. So here the purpose of mechanism is to transmit forces. So input link is here, which will be transmitting forces through this coupler, and force transmitted by the coupler will be coming in this direction. This I am calling as F, which is the force transmitted by the coupler. So F will be, or the coupler will be trying to rotate the output link, and if F is the force which is transmitted by coupler, the entire force will not be involved in rotating the output link. So the component, there will be a component, or I can resolve this F into 2 components, and one of those components I am representing here, and this is the green component, which is the force perpendicular to output link. So anyway this component will be lesser than its original force F. So F is the force transmitted by coupler, and its component perpendicular to the output link will be anyway less than F. So here the torque on the output link you can find by this perpendicular green force into the length of the output link. So if you are saying here mu is not 90 degree, so that entire force is not acting as perpendicular to the output link. So here if mu is equal to 90 degree, then torque on the output link will be maximum, because for such case the entire force transmitted will be becoming this force perpendicular. But here only a component is coming, so torque on the output link will be minimum to the situation where mu is equal to 90 degree. So mu is equal to 90 degree considered as the reference state where the output torque on the output link is becoming maximum. That means here you can see the same mechanism. If it's mu, transmission angle is 90 degree. Here transmission angle is maximum, so that if the force transmitted is in this direction, then the entire force transmitted by the coupler is perpendicular to the output link. So this is the output link. So here the torque acting on the output link will be maximum. That means this is the importance of transmission angle. So usually we will be preferring to make the transmission angle closer to 90 degrees, so that the output torque obtaining is maximum. But usually for mechanisms, then this mu value will be varying. So you have to obtain, or you have to evaluate what are the maximum and minimum values of this transmission angle. Is it close to 90 degree? We have to keep it towards the 90 degree for efficient transmission of motion. So we will be analyzing how you can obtain the maximum and minimum transmission angles. So if you are seeing here, this is showing for the same mechanism where transmission angle is becoming minimum, and this will be obtained based on the positions of input link with respect to fixed. So here you can see input link is coming along the same line as that of fixed link. So fixed link is this one, and input link is coming here where theta is the input angle, which is equal to 0 degree, and then the angle between coupler and output, which is transmission angle, will be minimum. And how you can obtain the minimum value of this one? So for that, input link is having length A, coupler is having length B, output is having length C, and the fixed link is having length D. If this is D and this is A, this length will be becoming D minus A. So this triangle you can consider, which is having angle mu minimum, sides B, C and D minus A. Then cos mu minimum will be equal to B square plus C square minus of D minus A the whole square divided by 2 BC. So in this way you can evaluate the minimum transmission angle. And next we will be looking for the case when the transmission angle is becoming maximum, and that will also be addressed by based on the position of input link. So here input link is coming in this line, and which is along the same line where fixed link is coming. That means here theta will be equal to 180 degree. So this length is A, coupler is B, output link is C, and fixed link is D, so that this distance become A plus D, and this angle will be known as mu max. So here also you are having a triangle with sides B, C, A plus D and angle mu max. So you can find maximum transmission angle cos mu max equal to B square plus C square minus of A plus D the whole square by 2BC. So this way you can evaluate the maximum and minimum transmission angles. If these transmission angle ranges are closer to 90 degree, then that mechanism is efficient in transferring. So you will get more output torque, or more torque on the output link. And finally we will be seeing another term which is known as mechanical advantage. This mechanical advantage is analogous to the efficiency of an engine that we are discussing. So mechanical advantage is defined as the ratio of output torque to input torque, or the torque obtained at the output link to the torque supplied at the, or torque given at the input link. So if I am naming this input link as 2, usually you will be naming the fixed link as 1, input link as 2, coupler as 3 and the output link as 4. Here the input link is rotating at an angular velocity of omega 2 when T2 torque is supplied, and here T4 torque will be obtained at the output link which is rotating at omega 4 angular velocity. So according to this definition, mechanical advantage will be becoming T4 by T2. But if you are seeing, if there is no energy loss or no power loss, whatever power you are supplying at the input link will be transmitted and obtained at the output link. So that the product of torque and angular velocity, which is power, T2 omega 2 will be becoming equal to T4 omega 4. So that the ratio of T4 by T2 will be equal to omega 2 by omega 4. So I can write mechanical advantage as the ratio of output T4 by T2 or omega 2 by omega 4. So if you are looking for mechanisms for toggle positions are the positions where the rocker or output link is changing its direction. So at that changing direction point or at the toggle position, this rocker will be coming momentarily for rest, so that at this toggle position omega 4 value will be equal to 0. So if for that toggle position, if you are looking for the mechanical advantage, this mechanical advantage will be becoming infinite for this toggle position. So these are the major things about this 4-bar mechanisms. It's different terminologies, different transmission angle, its importance, the mechanical advantage. And I have already made videos for the inversion. Inversion is the process which you are obtaining different mechanisms from a chain by fixing different links. So you can obtain different mechanisms from a 4-bar chain by fixing different links. So I already made a video for that. So thanks for listening.